Welcome to Invest Better. You're probably here because you're thinking about the future ahead. Maybe you're looking to understand money a bit more, or perhaps you want to start investing, but everything just feels confusing. This channel is for people who want simple answers, no hype, no fake promises, and no get-rich-quick ideas. Just calm, honest conversations about money and investing. On Invest Better, we focus on thinking long-term. We talk about small steps, patience, and building wealth slowly and safely. You don't need to be rich to begin investing, and you don't need special knowledge. All you need is the right mindset and some consistency. This channel isn't about predicting the market or chasing fast profits. It's about understanding how money truly works over time. If you're new here, just take your time. Listen, learn, and think in terms of the long run. This is our first video here on Invest Better, and today we're starting with a simple but powerful idea. What happens if you invest just $100 every single month? Let's begin. What if I told you that a single, simple decision could quietly reshape your financial future? Not a major decision, not a risky one, just one small, simple habit, $100 every month. Most people hear that number and feel nothing. It seems too small to matter. It seems unimportant. And that's precisely why it works. Most people think investing is only for the wealthy. They think you need a lot of money to begin. They think small amounts are a waste of time. So they wait. They wait for a better job. They wait for a bigger salary. They wait until they feel ready. But here's the truth. Most people don't fail at investing because they make poor choices. They fail because they never begin. $100 feels like grocery money. It feels like phone bill money. It feels like money you can spend without a second thought. So people spend it. They spend it over and over. And when the month ends, nothing remains. But when you invest $100, something shifts. Not in your bank account. In your mindset. You stop thinking short term. You start thinking long term. And that changes everything. Let's be honest. Nobody gets rich overnight from investing. Anyone promising fast results isn't telling the truth. Real investing is slow, quiet, boring. And boring is powerful. When you invest $100 every month, you're not trying to win big. You're trying to stay in the game. And staying in the game is how wealth gets built. Most people think success comes from big moves. But real success comes from small actions, repeated again and again. Imagine two people. The first keeps planning. They keep watching videos. They keep learning. But they never invest. The second person knows very little. But they invest $100 every single month. 10 years later, the second person is ahead. Not because they're smarter, but because they took action. Action beats knowledge in investing. Now let's talk numbers, keeping it simple. $100 a month is $1,200 a year. That's all. In 10 years, you invest $12,000. That's your effort. That's your sacrifice. Now let's talk growth. If the market grows around 7% each year, which is very normal for long-term investing, something interesting happens. Your $12,000 becomes about $17,000 to $18,000. You didn't do anything special. You didn't trade every day. You didn't guess the market. You just stayed consistent. But here's what's important. In the first few years, it doesn't feel worthwhile. Your money grows slowly. Sometimes it drops. Sometimes it feels like nothing's happening. This is where most people quit. They say investing doesn't work. They say it's too slow. But the problem isn't investing. The problem is impatience. Compounding needs time. At first, your money grows slowly. Later, it grows faster. Your money starts earning money. Then that money earns money. That's how wealth grows. Not fast. but strong. A lot of people want excitement from investing. They want fast gains. They want quick results. But excitement is dangerous. Calm investing wins. Patient investing wins. The market will rise. The market will fall. That's normal. The people who lose money aren't unlucky. They're emotional. They panic when prices drop. They get greedy when prices rise. Successful investors do the opposite. They stay calm. They stay consistent. Let's talk about something most people overlook. Inflation. Inflation slowly reduces your money's value. Each year, your cash buys less. So doing nothing is also a choice. And it's not a safe one. Investing protects your future purchasing power. It helps your money grow instead of shrink. $100 a month isn't about getting rich. It's about not falling behind. Now imagine you don't stop after 10 years. What if you keep going? At 20 years, that same habit can grow to around $50,000. At 30 years, it can pass 100,000. Same amount, same habit. Only time has increased. Time is the real secret. Money alone isn't powerful. Time makes it powerful. Starting small isn't weak. Starting late is weak. When you start small, you learn gradually. You make mistakes safely. You build confidence naturally. You don't panic easily. You don't chase trends. You become disciplined. Discipline is more important than intelligence in investing. Most people think they need confidence before they start. But confidence comes after you start. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. $100 a month teaches you patience. It teaches you control. It teaches you responsibility. Those lessons are worth more than money. So when someone asks, what happens if you invest $100 every month? The real answer is simple. You change your mindset. You change your habits. And over time, you change your future. This isn't magic. This isn't luck. This is consistency. Most people significantly underestimate the power of consistency. The feeling of consistency is often boredom. It feels slow. In the beginning, it feels completely unrewarding. Yet, extraordinary results are created by doing boring things for a long time. Consider this. Choosing bad investments is not how most people lose money. They lose money because they stop too soon. A few months of investing. A year of investing. Then, they look at their account and feel that disappointment. They expected faster results. They expected more. So they quit. Impatience is not rewarded by investing. Endurance is. This is why time matters more than timing. A lot of energy is spent trying to predict the market. They try to guess the ups and downs of prices. Every day, they watch the news. They feel stressed. Prediction is not needed for long-term investing. Participation is. You remove emotions from the process when you invest every month. You don't care about a high market. You don't care about a low market. You just invest. And this is incredibly powerful. Your investment grows when prices are high. You buy more shares when prices are low. Both situations help you. Market crashes are seen as bad by most people. But for the long-term investor, crashes are opportunities. They allow you to buy assets at lower prices. The problem, always, is fear. Fear makes people freeze. Fear makes people sell. Fear makes people regret. Successful investors learn to sit with discomfort. They understand that ups and downs are perfectly normal. Let's be very clear about something. The stock market does not go up every single year. Some years are bad. Some years are very bad. But over long periods of time, markets grow. This growth does not happen because of luck. It happens because businesses grow. They create products. They earn profits. They expand. You become a small owner of these businesses when you invest. You are not gambling. You are participating in growth. This mindset changes everything. Instead of asking, "Will I lose money?" you start asking, "Can I stay invested long enough?" That is the real question. Short-term results are the focus for most people because they are impatient. They want proof quickly. But investing is like planting a tree. You don't plant a seed and check it every day, asking why it hasn't grown. You water it. You protect it. You give it time. And one day, it grows. Money works the exact same way. Let's talk about discipline. Discipline is choosing long-term comfort over short-term pleasure. It means investing before spending. It means paying yourself first. $100 a month is not painful. But skipping it every month becomes expensive over time. People say they cannot afford to invest. But they afford many things that don't matter in the long run. Wealth is silently destroyed by small expenses repeated every month. Wealth is silently built by small investments repeated every month. The difference is direction. Now think about this. What happens to most people as they get older? Responsibilities increase. Expenses increase. Time decreases. Everything becomes harder when you wait to invest. Everything becomes easier when you start early. Your money works for you longer when you start early. You have to work harder when you start late. This is why age is so important in investing. An older person investing large amounts for a short time is often beaten by a young person investing small amounts. Time is unfair, but you can use it to your advantage. Many people feel that investing is complicated. They think it requires special knowledge or intelligence. Not because it is big, but because it is consistent. And consistency, over time, changes everything. And it becomes part of who you are, consistency. At that point, it no longer feels like effort to invest. It just feels normal. You don't debate with yourself every month. You don't look for excuses. You don't question it. You simply invest. This is when investing really starts to work. Because the biggest enemy of wealth isn't a lack of money. It's a lack of control. Most people earn money, but they don't control it. Money comes in. Money goes out. Nothing stays. Investing changes that flow. The money stays with you instead of disappearing. It grows with you. It works for you. Slowly, you start to think differently. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" You start asking, "Is this worth delaying my future?" That small change in thinking creates big results. Now let's talk about fear, because fear never fully disappears. Even experienced investors feel it. The difference is how they respond. When markets fall, fear tells you to run. Experience tells you to stay. When headlines are negative, fear tells you to stop. Discipline tells you to continue. Over time, you learn that fear is temporary, but decisions are permanent. This is why long-term investors rarely make emotional decisions. They decided long ago. They decided to stay invested. That one decision removes stress. You don't react to every news story. You don't check prices every hour. You trust the process. That trust comes from understanding. No one controls the short term, but the long term rewards patience. Think about every major financial crisis in history. Markets fell. People panicked. People sold. But over time, markets recovered. They always have. Those who stayed invested were rewarded. Those who panicked locked in losses. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it rhymes. And patience keeps winning. Now think about the future you. 10 years from now. 20 years from now. But for most people, simple investing beats complex investing. You don't need to predict the future. You don't need to understand everything. You just need a simple plan and the discipline to follow it. This is why automatic investing works so well. Emotions stay out of the way when money is invested automatically every month. You don't overthink. You don't hesitate. You just continue. Over time, this simple system builds something powerful: confidence. Confidence comes from experience, not theory. You trust the process when you see your money grow slowly. You become calmer when you survive market drops. You mature when you stay invested. This maturity is what separates investors from gamblers. Gamblers want fast results. Investors want durable results. Now let's talk about lifestyle. Most people increase their spending as soon as they earn more. This is called lifestyle inflation. More income, more expenses, same problems. But smart investors increase investments first. They keep their lifestyle simple. They let their wealth grow quietly. This is not about being cheap. It is about being intentional. Every dollar you invest is a vote for your future self. Every dollar you spend without thought is a vote for short-term comfort. Over years, these votes add up. $100 a month is not impressive in 1 month. But in 10 years, it tells a powerful story. It tells the story of discipline. It tells the story of patience. It tells the story of growth. This is why investing is so personal. It is not about beating others. It is about protecting yourself. No one knows your future expenses. No one knows your challenges. But investing gives you options. And options mean freedom. Freedom to say no. Freedom to slow down. Freedom to choose. Money does not buy happiness. But lack of money creates stress. Investing reduces future stress. Slowly. Quietly. This is why $100 matters. That version of you won't remember every small expense. But they will remember whether you invested or not. They will either thank you or wish you had started earlier. This is why investing is an act of self-respect. You respect your future needs. You respect your future time. You respect your future freedom. $100 a month is a promise to yourself. A promise that you'll think beyond today. A promise that you won't ignore your future. Now let's be realistic. Life won't be perfect. Some months will be difficult. Some months will test your discipline. But missing once isn't failure. Quitting completely is. Long-term success isn't about perfection. It's about returning to the plan. Even if you pause, even if you struggle, you come back. That mindset separates successful people from everyone else. They don't give up. They adjust and continue. Over decades, that persistence compounds, just like money does. Small efforts, repeated over time, create massive results. Eventually, something interesting happens. Your investments become more than just numbers. They become security. You feel calmer about the future. You worry less about emergencies. You feel less pressure to rush decisions. That calmness is priceless. Money alone doesn't create peace. Preparation does. Investing is preparation. It prepares you for uncertainty. It prepares you for change. It prepares you for opportunities. Because when opportunities come, money gives you choices. Without savings or investments, choices disappear. With them, choices expand. That is real freedom. Not luxury. Not showing off. Just freedom. Freedom to live at your own pace. Freedom to make thoughtful decisions. Freedom to say no when needed. All from a simple habit. $100 a month. People often underestimate what they can achieve in 10 or 20 years. But they overestimate what they can do in 1. Investing teaches patience. Patience teaches wisdom. And wisdom leads to better decisions in every part of life. So when you look at $100, don't see a small amount. See a system. A system that rewards discipline. A system that rewards time. A system that rewards calm behavior. This system doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care about your education. It doesn't care about your past mistakes. It only cares about consistency, and consistency is available to everyone. So what happens if you invest $100 every month for 10 years? You don't just grow money. You grow into a different person. A person who plans. A person who thinks long term. A person who is prepared. And that transformation is worth more than any number. This is why small investing works. Not because of luck. Not because of timing. But because of time, patience, and discipline. If you want to keep learning investing in a calm, simple, and honest way, stay connected with Invest Better. Because investing isn't about being perfect. It's about starting small, staying consistent, and giving time a chance to work. If this video was helpful for you, make sure to subscribe to Invest Better. Here, we learn investing the simple way. No noise. No pressure. Only clear ideas to help you think for the long term. Our new videos are focused on building better money habits, understanding investing one step at a time, and staying calm in a world filled with financial noise. If growing your knowledge slowly and steadily is your goal, then you're exactly where you need to be. Subscribe, and let's keep learning together. Thanks for watching.